This is Actar's Reviews, from anime to figures and beyond.
Hey, this is Actar and welcome to the very first episode of Actar's merchandise reviews in a long while. So, I was browsing through Facebook the other day, like I'm wont to do, and I stumbled across this article that stated that kids these days just don't understand how to read analog clocks. I don't know about you guys, but that's really disturbing. Personally speaking, between digital and analog, I always choose to go with analog. Unlike with a digital clock, I can actually get a spatial representation of how much time has passed or how much time I have left in the day. With just a quick glance out of the corner of my eye via my excellent peripheral vision, I can get an estimate if I have enough time to finish up the latest episode of Vinland Saga. With a digital clock, however, I always need to do a quick calculation in my head before I get a feel for it. You know what I mean? If you're an otaku who's struggling to tell the time, I've got the perfect product for you. Presenting one of my all-time, get it, favorite analog clocks that I've been using for almost a decade, this absolutely gorgeous Ke-on wall clock. Yes, Ke-on? I'm sure you guys remember that one. From the distant past of 2009, released in 2011 as a KyoAni store exclusive to coincide with the second season, this Ke-on wall clock is impeccably designed. We have that old-timey feel with the nice wood brown palette and Roman numerals that are indicative of their school. In addition to that, we have a character situated next to each number. We have the 5 main band members with Yui, Azusa, Ritsu, Mugi, and Mio, along with the secondary cast like Sawako Sensei, Ui, and Nodoka. We also have some repeats because, clones. I mean, they are moe blobs, and what do blobs do? They divide and consume. A nice little detail is that instead of just being static, the characters are actually interacting with each other on the front. On the back, we see that it takes a single AA battery to function. But wait a minute, over here is yet another battery compartment for an additional 2 AA batteries. Yes, this isn't just a wall clock, it's a voice clock as well. Unlike other voice clocks, however, that I've showcased in the past, it doesn't actually have an alarm. Instead, every hour on the hour, the clock will read out the current time, in the voice of the character who's assigned to that hour. So, for instance, you'll hear Yui say it's 12 o'clock, you'll hear Azusa say that it's 1 o'clock, you'll hear Ritsu say that it's 2 o'clock, so on and so forth. I just love that attention to detail because the design on the face of the clock goes beyond aesthetics. With all that said, let's take a listen to all 12 voice clips.
12時だよ。1時です。2時だよ。3時です。4時だぞ。5時よ。6時だよ。7時だよ。8時だよ。9時だぞ。10時です。11時です。
If you're like me, and I'm betting you are, you're probably thinking to yourself, wouldn't this be excruciatingly annoying while I'm sleeping and dreaming of ways to subjugate those around me? Well, don't fear. Your dreams of world conquest will go uninterrupted as the clock has a light sensor built into Ritsu's, bust, or lack thereof. When it's dark, the sounds will automatically cut off and will only resume when there's sufficient light. Just be sure to get up before the sun rises. Alrighty, and that's pretty much it for this episode. Hopefully, by tracking down this clock, you too will be able to learn how to tell the time. I mean, the fact that the clock has been out of production for almost a decade and that the numbers are in Roman numerals and that the voice clips are in Japanese might pose somewhat of a hurdle. Well, this episode was just a waste of time, wasn't it? So, this is Actar saying, see you guys in the next episode. Released in 2011 as a KyoAni store exclusive to coincide with the second season. Now that's one for the blooper reels. I heard you like product placement, so I've placed product placement within the product placement, so you can enjoy your product placement while you're enjoying your product placement.